This is the Sports Timeout Podcast Special Edition with Wes Underwood.
And welcome into another Sports Timeout Podcast one-on-one brought to you by Roberts Integrative Dentistry and Ghetto Taco. And we have the pleasure of bringing in former Chiefs running back Charcandrick West. How are you, sir?
Doing blessed, man. How you doing?
Man, it's the weekend. Football is right around the corner here. I mean, we got college, then we got some NFL, and can't ask for anything better.
Good weekend.
It is. But
and it's WNBA playoffs. I would like to put out.
Well, that is there too. That's there too.
Okay. Who all in it? I have not. I honestly don't know who's in it.
The Suns and Liberty and the Aces and who are the Aces playing? Some one other team.
I had it down the other day. I don't remember.
I don't remember either, which is crazy for me.
But that there, all right, first off, I know you and Kelce were buds. Some fans are wanting to know, are you two still kind of connected? And if so, have you talked to him about T-Swift? And if not, what are your thoughts on the whole situation between Kelce and Swift? I mean, we witnessed it last Sunday. Not Jason and DeAndre, by the way, guys, but T-Swift and Travis.
Yeah. So like I said, I still keep over my guy, but like I said, man, I'm happy for him. Him and Taylor got something. I hope that they got something going on good. But we haven't talked on that situation specific. But I feel like she's a great woman and he's a great guy, so why not?
Catching Kelce, right?
I know y'all saw like the girl that won that. She like made comments like 78.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I would have kept that to myself.
Right.
That's 7 years ago.
Yeah, it's crazy. And people forget that it was that long ago too. So
I mean, I actually did until, like I said, I was on Twitter earlier and I saw it was like this girl was like from 7 years ago. I was like, dang, it's been a long time.
Yeah. It's crazy. Crazy how time flies like that too.
Wow.
Yeah.
But speaking of that, talk about your time with the Chiefs a bit. You come in, it's Andy's second year as Kansas City's coach, then you made it onto the roster. What were your initial thoughts coming in? Did you expect their vision with Coach Reed to kind of go the way that it's been, or?
Of course, yes. I think he's a great coach. He's a good coach. Just a good person, first of all. Like so he gonna always have success. But like I say, just as good a person, like you see him on TV, you would think he's so serious, man. When I say all this guy does is joke like 24/7. So my vision when I got there was like it's gonna be this mean coach, and you know I say one of the best, most goofiest people you ever meet. So to see him succeed and finally get those Super Bowls is amazing to see, man.
Indeed. And then we kind of fast forward to the next season. You come in for Jamal Charles during a game versus Minnesota that second year after he goes down with that ACL tear. What were your thoughts after that happened? And was it just like, wow, that just happened, or next man up mentality?
Man, like I say, it was my guy, so it was wild at first, but like the minute they got him off the field, we had to go and move on to the next play. But speaking of that Vikings game, bro, it was a terrible way for my first start. I fumbled at the end of the game.
Yeah, that was a crazy one.
And because it was Donna Stevens hit the ball out of my hand.
Yeah.
So the whole time I was running, and I'm like, dang, I know I didn't see nobody, so who knocked the ball out of my hand? But we got the film the next day. It was Donna. I'm like, bro. You try to sabotage my first start, bro.
Yeah. Nothing like it, huh?
Yeah, it was not a good way for my first start, but it kind of, I got the next week we played the Steelers. I got my first 100-yard game, my first touchdown. So
yeah, it was great to watch. We loved it.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime. Then we mentioned Coach Reed there. He got win 271 last Sunday for sole possession of fourth place all time over Tom Landry. What did it mean to you to have played with him? I know you briefly spoke on it, but a little bit more in depth here if you could. And what does it mean to you personally to know that you helped him kind of get into that journey and further along in it?
Man, like I said, first of all, if you just knew how, I'm pretty sure y'all know how good of a dude Coach Reed is. So, like I said, it's nothing but like cheers to see him have the success. And like I said, to be in any kind of history is a blessing. So, top 4 in wins in the NFL history is crazy. So, but it's not, if you met him, it's not like, it's not hard to believe because like I say, but when I say the offensive genius, like, he'll draw a play up and call it, it's gonna work like this, it's gonna work like that. And of course you coach to think your play is gonna work, but defenses might come out and throw something, a wrinkle curveball at you. But he was so good at dialing in, like he'll make a play, but we would always have a way out of it to do another play.
Yeah.
So it's hard to stop an offense like this. Like we're going off of basically coverages. Like we're going off coverages we might have a play called in the huddle and come out and you in this certain coverage and we can flip this whole play and get in something else just that fast.
Yeah. It's crazy. And you always see his mind ticking when the camera's on him. He's just got that look like, I got something. You don't know what it is yet. I don't probably know what everything is.
He probably don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
He drawing it. He figuring it out. That's the crazy part. So I said we can be down in the game. Like I said, it's been even that season, that 2016 season, we was 1-5 and Jamal told they thought it was over with. Like they thought Coach Reed's career, everybody was just gonna go downhill. But him and his coaching staff, man, they just go to show you the work that goes into this, like a program. Like I said, I wouldn't even call it a program. That's more college, but into a franchise. I guess into a franchise, like you got to put a lot of trust in people. Like they had to put trust in me to like an undrafted guy to say, hey, we 1-5. Let's let him start. So like I say, it's always a blessing, like because they could have went a whole different route, especially in the situation they were in.
Indeed.
So I was like, it's always a blessing. So I say, Coach Reed, now forever be grateful for him, man, like the chief organization.
Yeah. And speaking of that, do you have kind of a message for Coach Reed here on his accomplishment?
Man, first of all, I want to say congratulations, but I would just like to thank him for like the opportunity to come and play in the NFL, or just to, like I said, believe in him. He was 1-5, and they went with a guy that was undrafted to step in and like fill shoes for Jamal. So that's always just an honor to me, just to know that they had that much trust in me to, I said, to lead the franchise, not lead the franchise, of course, but like to just put in that situation in that time where he could have cost him his job. Like he could have lost his job if he'd have tanked that season.
Yeah.
So like I said, just a thank you to him, and like I said, the Hunt family and everybody just for believing in me in that situation.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well said. And now kind of want to talk present Chiefs. This is a team right now that's kind of in a league of their own. 7 division titles in a row, most in the AFC West. You got to be a part of that. And then 5 straight AFC title games, and then hosted those. It was a record, by the way, as well. And then 3 Super Bowls in 5 seasons, 2 victories out of those. How much longer do you think Mahomes and Reed can kind of do this? Do you think it's going to go for a while, or?
I say, when you got a guy that's just Coach Reed just making up plays in his head, and you got Pat that's throwing the ball behind his back, like this. How do you stop? How do you stop there? Like without like they would have to run. I feel like it'll be hard to stop them 2 together.
Yeah.
With, like I said, with the help of his coaching staff and his mind, I feel like they're just gonna keep growing. The ceiling is high.
Indeed. And do you think that it's kind of disrespectful how everybody keeps putting them as the underdog? I mean, I say it because every year it seems like it's the Bills and Josh Allen, or lately it's been Joe Burrow, and then Lamar Jackson's been in the mix, and then it's been the Titans and Derrick Henry, and can the Chiefs overcome them? And then in the division lately, it's been Herbert and Eckler, and then those guys have just kind of, I mean, they were good for a couple years. They're still great, but injury prone going in. And this year it was supposed to be Aaron Rodgers and the Jets, and Now I'd say it's probably Tua and the Dolphins with the way they whomped on
Playing
Denver.
good.
I mean, but yeah, what are
playing
your
good.
thoughts on that one?
Okay, so you say disrespect. You said a stat before you asked that question. I think you said 3 of the last Super Bowl appearances in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like they're just. I don't even argue with people about the disrespect or even listen to that because clearly they're doing something right. So, like I say, all hats off to the Bills, Joe Burrow, and whoever else. Like they when it's time to get it done, we see who's getting it done.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy.
I think the disrespect. You take that disrespect and you use it as motivation. And I think that's what the Chiefs want to continue to do. And like I said, it's gonna continue to they thrive off of that. Like when you get a family-oriented team, that you stick together, and now we just keep proving everybody wrong. Instead of one person proving the world wrong, now we're trying to do it together as a team. So that's why I feel like there's a problem.
Even under Alex Smith being the quarterback, was that kind of the mindset there too? I mean, like everybody just looked down on him, and then it's like, oh yeah, he is good.
That's why I never got how they looked down on Alex. Like I said, like Alex was a great quarterback. Like, and to be honest, like I said, a lot of with the quarterbacks now, they get drafted first, second pick, and they get just thrown to the wolves. Pat got to sit behind Alex a year, and like to me, that year made a crazy difference. Yeah. To grow, to learn, to not just here you go, this franchise is in your hands, and like that's what the Herberts and the like I say, like did Herbert sit behind Phillip Rivers?
I think he did, yeah, for a year.
But like I say, it's different now because you don't see a lot of guys have. Okay, excuse me, Zach Wilson, for instance, like he just got drafted and like here, go do this.
Yeah,
and it's like, dang, it's hard to do when you still trying to learn and now lead. How you gonna? It's hard to lead and learn at the same time. I mean, it's not hard to lead and learn, but when you're trying to lead a whole organization to a championship, when you still trying to figure out how to line up.
Absolutely.
Like what was it? I think what was it? What was it? The first overall pick, Bryce Young.
Yeah.
He lined up behind the guard. Like they just let you know. Like he lined up behind a guard. So they just let you know he's still trying to gather his thoughts and make sure everybody else's thoughts are on the same page. So it's like,
it's true.
Hats off to the quarterbacks, man. I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like they catch the flack every single week, and it just doesn't ever stop. So,
because you could I can throw you the ball and you drop it and it bounces off your chest and it's an interception on my stat.
Yeah, I know.
It's never on the receiver, so that's the downfall or just the hit you gotta take a minute. And they just they give back to him and they just say, pick. And so like I said, a lot of that stuff, like if you don't know football and just watch it and you just watch, you can tell a lot of people just watch the highlights or just look at the stats. And it's like you just said something so stupid. Like what are you talking about?
I mean, that 400% in jersey sales that went for Kelce there, I mean, obviously those people don't know what they're doing, so.
Nah.
But, all right.
Like I said, man, it's one of the biggest pop stars in the world. Like, and I see a lot of people talking down, like, why Taylor Swift coming to the Chiefs kingdom? Like, I feel like that's good for everybody. Yeah. Including him and her. Like I said, it's not, They making it like he's only winning. Like I feel like that's my dog. Like he Travis Kelce too. So it's like I feel like she winning too, like messing with my boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
and like every woman in Kansas City that's single says the same thing. So
yeah, see? So it's we all just gotta live for each other, man. Like we all can't date Taylor Swift. And like in her instance, we all can't date Travis Kelce. So I just don't like they just throwing my boy in the bush like he ain't Travis Kelce. They just making like her sales might go up too.
Yeah.
Well, maybe see, but everybody waiting on a breakup song. That's what they say. So I didn't know much about Taylor Swift, but I know now that she makes great breakup songs.
Yep.
Yeah, several of them. I always had to hear it from my brother. Yeah. All right. So we got a final segment here. This is one that we're going to try out, and it's kind of new. Going to give you 3 minutes on the board here, and Jensen has a rapid fire series of questions for you. So ready to go?
Yes. Okay,
All right.
here we go. All right. Over the course of your career, who was your favorite division rivalry and why?
Broncos. It got to be Broncos. I feel like it was just adopted to dislike the Broncos until we just started. I say we started beating them, and then it was kind of
Is that
So-
because it's like a neighboring state of Kansas City? Well, kind of. Kansas City's in
Ish,
Missouri.
yeah.
But
I don't even know, but it was such a rival. Like the coaches, that everybody, that week would be different. Like when we played, they can be 0-10, but if we played Denver, it was like the intensity of everything was here.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your favorite moment as a Chief?
Being able to, man, to be honest, when Eric Berry came back from cancer and was able to play football again,
Yeah.
I say that probably just to see him go through that battle and to win it was a blessing. Like to just see that and just see the hard work, the pain too, but just to like that. I feel like that was a start to what the Chiefs are now. Like that situation, we all had to pull together, and this is one of the best players in the NFL at the time. So we lost that, not to like an injury, but to illness. It just goes to show you that NFL players are regular people. Just like you can get a cold and die from it, or you can. It's just anything can happen. Like I say, just that the NFL don't protect you from life.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Who was the most talented teammate that you played with?
Tyreek Hill and Patrick Mahomes, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah. And who was the scariest defender that you went against?
Let's see.
You gotta choose this wisely.
Khalil Mack.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right.
Khalil
Mack truck.
The Mack, bro, used to do, you get it, we're call a playing, you gotta go block him off the edge. It's like, we know how this is gonna work out. Yes, I think Khalil Mack.
Absolutely.
Okay. And lastly, what would you like to say to the kingdom right now?
Where the Super Bowl at this year? New
Vegas?
England?
Right. Is it
Vegas? Oh no.
Vegas?
I think it's
Well,
Vegas.
we'll be in Vegas in February.
Yes.
Okay.
We're gonna be in Vegas in February, trying to, what you said, 3 out of 5, we're gonna make it 4 out of 6 and 3 to 6, 50%.
Yes. We love that.
So yeah. But yeah, I guess that's how I say, yeah, I just miss being there. Like I said, just the love you get from the Chiefs fans is probably the best thing. It is the best thing in the NFL, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
And wait, I have one follow-up question after you said that.
Okay.
So, you said that like the Chiefs fans are great, and I feel like as a Chiefs fan, like we could be biased and think that like we're great. But what is like your favorite stadium that you got to play in?
Ooh.
Green Bay. I'll say Lambeau. Like you had, it's crazy to be driving through a neighborhood and it's just a big stadium pop up, and you like. I mean, my first time, I was like on the bus. I'm like, why are we going down through this neighborhood and these big buses now?
Yeah.
A stadium just popped up out of nowhere. So that was a fun, cool experience.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you taking time out of your schedule
Yeah, I
and
appreciate
coming
y'all.
on. And, hopefully we can do it again sometime, maybe around playoff
sure.
time.
Sure, for sure. I appreciate you.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, thank y'all.
Yep. See ya.